Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Long time no see. I've been busy with work and sort of lost a bit of mojo. I did a lot of work projects in October. See, I don't even know what day of the week it is or month it is. I'm ridiculous. So I did a lot of work projects in October and I think I just burnt myself out of creativity. I did a lot of Christmas stuff and I need to get back into filming videos, work, and got to do class prep for next year, and I thought I'll just have some fun tonight. I'm going to do part of this video in a real time and then I'm going to switch to fast forward mode because it is terribly hot and I want to put my fan back on. It's too loud to have it when it's real time voice. So I was watching YouTube today because I sort of should have been doing stuff but I couldn't be bothered, and I come across Maggie Locklear. She's a New Zealand lady I've been watching for a while. And there's another lady that she got inspired by. Basically, you randomly pick 5 magazine pages, then you create a collage about it. I haven't done just straight magazine collage for ages, and I miss it. So I thought, why not? On this balmy hot night, let's give it a go. So let's pull up random.org on my phone. Let's do it totally random. Should have got random.org up before I started. Bear with me a minute. So I did look at the magazine. There are 203 pages in this magazine. Now I have removed some of them to do some other stuff with. So if I pull up a page that I can't find, I will just pick the next, like the one either side of it. So we're at 1 to 203, and I'm going to randomly generate 5 numbers. Generate. So the first number is 197. Second number, 151. Third number, 172. Can we get out of the hundreds? Ah, we did. 33. And last one, 70. So let's go find those pages in my magazine. So this is just a Marie Claire that I've got. So we'll go 197 first. That'll be at the back. 196, 197. Now these are double-sided, so I'll have 2 different sides to play with. Ooh, that's got potential. So that's one page. So I'll look at all these in a minute. So we'll go 197. We'll go in order so I don't get mucked up. 151, 154. Sorry if my head gets in. I'm trying to see the numbers. Ooh. Okay. It's going to be interesting. Or this could end up in a heap and you will never see it. Ha ha! 172. 172 is after 151. If everyone had their day. 176. 175. 171. 72. Oh, well, that... Oh, we got a hand. Ooh. That's cool. And a bunch of text. That's always good. That was 172. So we've got 33 and 70. 33. We're going to go past 70, so let's go to 70 as we go. 69, 71, so there's 70. Oh, more text. Okay, might be doing something with the text. We're going to go find 33. 33. No, that's 35. 30, 31. No, that's 34. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay. Let's get this magazine out of here and we'll bring back our pages and see what we come up with. Okay. So this is our first page. Okay, got a few possibilities. Few possibilities. I like this. I'm liking the chair. I wonder if I can get someone to sit on the chair. Travel mugs. Going to be interesting. Could make a good body. Let's move my glue stick out of the way. We've got this one. So we've got necklaces. We've got a hand and a bag. Shoes. Oh, we've got a head. Oh, I like the jewellery. And handbags. Lots of white writing. Okay. What have we got on the other side? Lots of white writing, but I do like the hand. So that's really cool. Okay, next one. We have a person, and a dog. Lessons from Meg, grandmother. Ooh. Possibilities, and not much on this page. More white writing. Last page, I like the sunnies. Might have to incorporate the sunnies onto something. And we have another possibility of a head. Oh, some nice jewellery down here. My bag. What are we going to do? Okay, so I'm going to work in this journal. I bought this journal several years ago, and I did a couple of pages, so I'll give you a quick flip through. This is some magazine collage. These are a bit of scrapbook paper, and these are from travel magazines. My daughter and I went down to the city for a couple of days, and we grabbed a lot of travel brochures, and we made I made these pages while we're down here. We've got a crab and a map. So I thought I will fill up this journal. Bought some punches when we went to a craft show. So that's the waste bit. Don't know what I'm going to do with those, but I've punched out all the magazines. This one I haven't done much with. Oh, that one I must finish. I love the crown of the punches. And this is all jewellery from the magazine. So let's flip to a new page. And I'm going to pause the video. Then I know where to split it and fast forward it. So I'm going to fast forward this so I can put my fan back on so I don't have to swelter for my art. I do apologise about the glare. I'll try to get the glare off. No, it's really not going to make much difference. I'm trying to change all my lighting around for filming. So we're back in fast forward and we will get something done. Okay, change of plan. Having the fan on and trying to cut magazine collage pictures, not a good idea. So I've pre-cut some of the images that I wanted to use. So I've got lady's face. I've got a pair of glasses. Made sort of a body. I cut out these cups. I've got an idea with those. So now I want to sort of make a border around my page with all the colourful bits I'm not using. So I sort of want to just cut strips and then cut sort of rectangles and just go for coloured. I'm going to do some doodling, drawing with paint pens over the top of these. And I just want them all coloured. So it's cooled off a little since I started the last video. It's been about an hour. I haven't taken an hour to cut all those small images. So I'm just trying to find colourful bits to do a border with. Quite enjoy crafting tonight. Even though I'm quite tired. I was up early this morning, late to bed and up early. It's not a good combination. Getting too old to be doing late nights and early starts. I don't mind that these are crooked. If I wanted them straight, I'd go cut on my paper trimmer. Just want some different colours. Oh, some red down here. I eyed this off. I'm going to grab this scarf. Or do I leave that scarf? The thing I don't like about magazine images is they've got writing over bits. And I suppose I can cover it up with a paint pen. Okay, let's not fill that scarf. So I have to... I probably need more than I've got. Let's cut that bit of white off. So how's everyone going up till Christmas? I'm hoping to do a lot of catch-up over Christmas. As I said in the first video, I've got lots of prep to do for next year for classes I'm teaching at craft events. Hopefully they go ahead with, hopefully I don't get cancelled by COVID again. And I am planning some virtual stuff as well. So it's going to be full on, yeah. Plus I want to put more up on this channel because I want to get back to doing things I enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy teaching classes and doing lots of stuff, but this channel, this Alexis and Melinda's Art Space, is sort of my free channel just to play. And I don't have to use my own products that I produce. It'd be nice if I did, but it's nice sometimes just to use anything. I find sometimes when I want to use a particular product, I can't come up with an idea. And I want to get super organised next year and be ahead and not be behind with work. Like be behind as in I'm filming videos that are due out the next day, the night before. Let's not do that again because that was not fun. So just sticking these down in a random way. I've seen Delusions do this. She does it with her collage packs, but I thought I can do it just with the pretty magazine. Oh, that'd be right. I don't need to sneeze until I put the camera on. And then all I want to do is sneeze. Ridiculous. I was out walking this morning through the bush. I had to go for an appointment early this morning and I cut through the bush, which was probably not a good idea. So just adding all these bits. Just all that. I've got to get a new filming tripod because I apologise if the camera is shaking. One of my jobs over Christmas is to build myself a new filming desk that is not a wobbly trestle table. So I do apologise if it is shaking a little. Now I need more. Actually, why not put some of the text in? I have lots of this white text. Let's cut some of that up and scatter that through. Yes, I'm hopefully to build a new, or I do have to build a new filming station and a new desk. I've got all the pieces and I've had the pieces for a couple of months. I just haven't got around to it yet. So that's on my priority list. And then it will stop all the wiggling. I do apologise. Trying not to make you seasick. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. Maybe it's my computer. I wonder if it's the... Oh, it is a little bit. I was wondering if it's just my computer monitor that's wiggling. Let me know if there is a bit of like wiggling in the camera. I have my large screen sitting. I've changed the way I film. So I film with the webcam, film straight onto a laptop, and I've got a large screen hooked up that I use with the laptop as well. So I'm wondering if the large screen is wobbling and the actual image is not. I'll have to watch back and put some of this over here. I'll have to watch it back and have a look. Now I'm going to go diving in my scrap box. We've got some green tree. We can use that to find some last bits and pieces that we need. So I hope everyone's getting time to be creative around the festive season. As I said, my events have stopped for the year, which is nice. But I do have lots of prep to do for next year. If I want to be organised. It's going to be my word for next year. Organised. Let's see how long that lasts. Probably into the 2nd of January, and then I won't be organised at all. Organised is not a big word in my vocabulary lately. Okay, now I'm getting down on colourful bits. Here's another bit. I can go over here. I'm going to put this word bit up the top here. I don't mind that the words are lopsided and on an angle because I'm going to go over this with paint pen anyway. I need a little bit to go up here. What am I going to grab? Oh, this looks interesting. So we'll probably have that coming in and not that far. So I'm just using, don't know whether I mentioned, I'm just using a normal glue stick, the glue stick from Kmart to stick all this down. Gee, it's got quiet all of a sudden when I turn the TV and the fan off. Okay, now, I had these, scraping for pictures, and I had these pages up there. Next time I do this, I have to throw these in a box so I don't put them up and forget about them. Now let's bring my bits back in that I was playing with. First thing I want to do is hit my camera, hit the lights. The first thing I want to do is actually pop the glasses on the person so I don't lose them. Oh, they look really cool. Okay, now the idea was to get these coffee cups out of the way. I don't know whether this is going to be too big. The idea with the coffee cups was to do sort of like an old-fashioned decorative neck thing, but I don't know whether they're going to work. Maybe I have to shorten them now that I've put all this border in. Okay. I don't think I like, let's just go for it. I don't like that jewellery sitting there, so let's cut her neck off. Sort of want her sitting on the bottom so she's connected. Now that looks funny. So let's slice her around here. I'm going to do hopefully lots of pen work. Might not get that finished tonight. Might have to come back and do that. So I sort of want to get her like that. I'll do a bit of doodling or maybe some stenciling in the background. Maybe she needs... This is too plain now. I could always... She needs something on her head. Oh, where's that big thing that I said I wanted to save? Big... Oh, it's getting hot here again. I have to stop and put my fan on. I think she needs this big colourful scarf. This piece here. Bear with me if I'm out of shot while I'm cutting. I apologise. So I'll take this opportunity to welcome all the new subbies that I've had come on board. I know my channel has been a bit sparse, but I'm hoping to fix that. But then again, life just has other opinions lately of what I should be doing. But I do have low vision, so sometimes I do need to cut stuff and see what I am doing. Especially when I'm trying to fussy cut stuff. Just bear with me a minute. I do like colours on this because I can draw out the colours with the purple and orange when I come and do the pen work or the paint pen. Paint pens on top of the magazines. Does she want this as a... Oh, could be a neck piece, or it could be a head piece. I sort of want it in, maybe I'll cut it down here. Ah, maybe we'll do this. I sort of don't want it touching the border, so I want to have a little bit of room between like her head and the border. I probably made the border a bit fat, but oh well. If that happens. Oh, and that's terribly glary. What can I throw under my book? Maybe my lid of my glue for a minute. Is it a bit better? Sorry, I didn't realise that was really glary and getting out of shot. I do like the scarf like that. I think it breaks up that. Now do I want this? I had a hand I wanted to see if I could incorporate too, but I don't think I'll use the hand for something else. Because I don't think it's going to fit. As I said, I want to see a bit of this brown here. Even if I doodle in it or draw in it, I still want to see a bit of it. Her head looks a bit plain. She needs something on her head. Does she need... No, I think I'm going to use the coffee cups anymore. I think I need to get rid of that bit of white. Actually, I might just fussy cut this quickly around and get rid of that bit of white. So I'm just fussy cutting, so the cutting in between these lines here. And I think she needs the crown on her head, so now I'm just going to position the crown. Oh, I think I like it like that, and I'll have her head on an angle. So let's stick all that down. So what was underneath? Stick this white piece down first. I'm sorry the glare's come back on it. It's hard to do magazine collage without getting a lot of glare. Oops. Oh, don't fold over on yourself. No. Because the magazines are glossy, it's hard to get good lighting, and that's hopefully with my new desk I will be able to have some really cool lighting. I do like that pink and orange on the white. Yes, I think I'm going to stick all this down and then have a bit of a break and put my fan back on because it's getting hot in here again. I can't win lately. Now, I just want to tack this to the back of her head so I get positioning right. I'll often just tack things like this so I can get, I had her head on a slight angle, and now I can stick both of these down at once. Saves trying to stick that top one down when I don't have that next one done. I find these Kmart glue sticks really, really good. Oh, that glare is terrible. I do apologise. As I said, it's hard to do. That's better with my book on an angle. Oh, I should have grabbed a credit card or something. I wonder if I've got something. To scrape it down. It's just a business card. It's not as stiff as a credit card to get all the wrinkles out of. Just noticed I need a bit more glue over here. Okay, I'm liking that for now. I think it's going to take on a life of its own when I cut around the edge and attack it with paint pens. Now I do want to wait a little while with the paint pens because I don't want to have any of this wet glue and I want the pages to dry. So I'll go dry this off. I'll let this dry. It won't take that long because I don't want to wreck any of my good paint pens with glue that's not dry. Even with this glue stick, you want the glue to be actual dry because you don't want the paint pen to wreck. I'm just checking all of the bits. Put my stuff down. Okay, I think that is where I'm going to leave that. Doesn't look much at the moment, but I'm hoping it'll come alive when I attack it with the paint pens. Back again. This time I'm coming back to do the pen work on this. You may have noticed a slightly different angle or a different setup. I am fiddling with a new filming desk and I want to film a couple of videos on it before I move all of my stuff, so I make sure I'm happy with it. So I've got some black and white pens. I should have opened those before, sorry. And I've got some, I don't know when I'm going to use them all. I've got some alcohol markers that I like to draw on top of the shiny magazine with. These ones are just from Kmart, so they're just our cheapo ones. I don't buy the expensive ones. These ones are also from Kmart as well, dual tip markers. These ones, you can get the water brush ones. These aren't the water brush ones. These go nice over magazines as well. And then I've got my collection of black and white drawing. So I've got a Montmark black alcohol marker, which are only like $3 or $4. They're really, really, really good value. I've got a Pintour white pilot pen, Signal white pilot pen, and a bunch of black ones. So what do I want to do first? I think I want to outline the border. What I'm probably going to do is move my book around because it's easier for me. So let's start with the alcohol marker. They have two nibs. So they have a chisel nib and a fine nib. Usually I only use a fine nib. I actually do like these Montmark ones because they have the bumps on the cap, which make them really easy to grab and pull off, especially if you've got limited hand movement. These ones are smooth and I find them very slippery to grab. So at the moment this doesn't look much. It's just magazine stuck on my craft page. So I'm just going to do a border around the edge. And I'm not worrying that it is... Oh, I haven't cut off my tails of my... I might have to redo this border edge because I haven't cut off the scrappy bits of paper. Let's stick to the chisel one. And I've got a bit of paper coming out, so that's right. Once I trim these off, I might have to fix this up when I trim it off. Sometimes I like to use the chisel one. Sorry about the crinkling of the paper. Actually, I need to go find a pair of scissors and cut this off because this is annoying me. Bear with me one moment. I will go locate my scissors. Ideally, they'd be right next to me under my desk, but I haven't moved anything yet. So I'm back. Couldn't find my good scissors, but I found a pair of scissors. So I'm just going to cut off the overhanging paper. Try not to cut my base page of my paper. These are not the best scissors, but they will work. This is why I've moved and building a new desk, so I have all my supplies right next to me. And then they'll have a home, and when I'm finished with them, ideally, they will go back in their home so I can find them again. Do you all find that with your craft room? You don't put things away and you spend half your time looking for things? I spend about all my time looking for things lately, because I just sort of push them off my desk when I don't need to use them, because currently my desk is our dining room table. It is our, we want to play games, board games, jigsaw puzzles, any sort of craft. Unfortunately, my art desk has to be sort of packed up, so I just throw everything into a box usually, or throw it off onto a pile on the floor, and inevitably things get lost. Okay, that's better. Should I do the top one? Yes. Okay, so let's grab this again, because I want to quite hard. I have to find a glue stick, but we'll do that afterwards. I'm not worried if this is sort of not completely straight, as in it goes thicker some spots, other spots. I'm struggling a bit with the light. I do find it's easier to change a book around than try to draw. And that paper's really bothering me. The crinkling of the paper. I'll put this paper down so you wouldn't see my black desk, but let's get rid of that. That's just some paper from the deli here in Australia when you go and get meat. I'll have to go and iron it so I get the crinkles out of it. That's it. But I was just trying to get rid of the glare on my desk, because it's a shiny sort of plasticky piece of wood I got at Bunnings to build the bunny cage, and didn't end up using 3 pieces. So I'm going to go over and do some more drawing in these boxes over the top of the magazine. I may get some stencils out later. I'm sort of just outlining them, and where they overlap, I'm sort of outlining them so they go underneath, if that makes sense. But as you can tell, oh, I don't know, but excuse me, this side a little bit more defined than this side. They sort of have, I don't know, outlining it sort of gives the pieces a purpose and sort of gives them an end. Diane Reevely does this a lot. She outlines everything, and her work just looks beautiful. And that's what I would like my work to look like. It just looks finished. And if it's a little off, it doesn't matter. If it's a little crooked, I really don't care. As I said, I like to move my book around to do this, as opposed to try to draw up and over here. Because one, for any of my new subbies, I do have low vision, so to do any distance work, I do need things quite close, and I can't do distant stuff. Even trying to draw the other side of the book, I always turn my book around. I'm actually liking how this goes. I have not art and crafted for me for a while. Last year I did a lot for my business, and just trying to keep in frame. And am I going to do I want a really dark outline around her, or do I want, we'll do a thinner outline. I can always make it better. This is actually a Delusions paint pen. See how this goes. Have a love-hate relationship with these. I don't know whether I'll buy them again, but I don't like the metal tip on it, mainly because I go over paint and lumpy stuff and matte gel medium and stuff up the metal tips, but I haven't found like a Posca or haven't got one of these Pintel ones, it's fine enough. So as I said, love-hate relationship. And this one you've got to draw fairly slowly and have it up and down. And if you go too fast, which I sometimes like to do, it doesn't like you. As you can tell, I did a bit out of the line, so I'm just colouring it in with black. So I'm going to go around and outline the entire. I tend to outline either stamped images or magazine collages onto my page because they just look a lot better. I really have fun doing this sort of stuff, this sort of line work. It sort of calms my brain down, whether I'm doing it over a magazine image or whether I am just doing it freehand on a piece of paper. Sort of Zentangling in a way. Well, this isn't Zentangling, but when I come to do the patterns, something about my brain gets calmed down. And sorry if my head's coming into view. Oh, as I said, I'm struggling a bit with the fine work I'm doing and the distance the book is away. I do need new glasses too. I was booked in to get my eyes tested before Christmas. I rocked up to the appointment and my daughter and I both had appointments and they said, no, your appointments aren't on the 15th of December, they're on the 15th of January. No, I booked them on the 15th of December. So they'd mucked up our booking, so they ended up doing, they said, we have one cancellation, we'll do your daughter. And that's what I said, I drove my daughter back in. And that means that I have to go back in the new year to get mine done. So I was really, really annoyed with them, but I hate when people don't pay attention. And it worked out the Friday was a, the date she'd booked in was a Friday, and I never book appointments on a Friday. So that was very, very annoying. And it was like a 35-degree day, and it was so hot. Then we had an hour to wait, and it was like, oh, it was horrid. Horrid, horrid, horrid weather. Just doing some outlining. These aren't the edges, but I'm just defining the, I think this is a ribbon bow I turned into a scarf. So I just want to do around her face. As you can see, the little just bit of black makes the image pop. So now I've got a decision of what more I want to do, and I want to do something with this text. When I used this text, I had this idea in my mind, so let's use a poster paint pen. Paint pens just have to give a bit of a shake. That's what I'm hoping, this table's less shaky. I don't know where it is. So what I want to do is put a line between the text. Doesn't matter if my line's a bit wiggly. You sort of have the text to follow. See how that's just adding another layer of dimension. We'll zoom you in a bit. See if we can zoom on this camera. This might be a bit better. As long as my head doesn't come into it. What I like to do is when I'm drawing lines like this, I turn my book a lot because then I can sort of do straight lines, continue the line across between the words. I was thinking of blanking the words out, but I think it gives it another layer of texture. And I must apologise for the lack of videos on my channel lately. I did a lot of work for my business, creative work, in October, November last year. And I sort of got burnt out a bit. I sort of did 14 Christmas projects in a space of a couple of weeks, and then life happened. Just things happened. Christmas got busy. We had to deal with end of year medical appointments, end of year, other things we had to deal with, and it just got so busy. I wanted to create, but I just didn't have the motivation. Now I'm going to do this over here. Just going to put a couple of lines in over here just to continue the top. I'm loving that a lot better. The thing you do need to sort of understand is you can go too far with the drawing and stuff you put on. So you have to be a little bit careful. But I do want to add some drawing to the magazine edges. And I might want to put something in the background. I should have put something in the background to start with, but maybe I'll get out a stencil and do some of that. Let's do this same sort of line work in these ones and give it a bit of consistency. So the line work is sort of certainly up to you. You don't have to do it. You can just do it in a little bit. I tend to get a bit carried away. As I said, it sort of calms my mind and I have fun doing it. And while I'm doing this, it means I don't have to go do the housework, the washing, or it reminds me I've got washing to do today. Clothes washing. I don't know, for 2 people in the house, we create a lot of washing. I swear magic fairies come in and take my clean clothes out of my wardrobe and dump them in the dirty clothes box overnight. I don't know, for 2 people we seem to create a lot of washing, and I've got to wash towels and blankets this weekend, which is another couple of loads. Maybe it's the bunnies. Maybe they cause a lot of washing. You won't hear the bunnies anymore in our videos. They've had to move, unfortunately, into my daughter's room for the summer because it's too hot in the lounge room for their fluffy little bottoms. They don't like the heat. So we moved them into my daughter's room. They're semi-happy in there. I don't know whether my daughter's happy in there when they get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and run around and start chewing on cardboard. I can hear them from my room. So I'm actually in the bunny spot at the moment. I've taken over the back of the kitchen lounge room area. So that is where my filming table will be for winter. Will be for summer, sorry. Even though it doesn't have aircon, I usually film late at night and things like that anyway, in the cooler of the evening. Ooh, I'm liking that. But I'm missing a black line. I think I need a solid black line around her. So come winter, we're January at the moment, so possibly, when did we put the bunnies out this year? I think they come out April, May. It depends on the weather. So they will come out and have to go where I am filming, but that's a few months away. Let's do some colour, maybe. I'm liking it so far. What do you think? It's a bit hard because I've got the glare on the magazine. I will put some images at the end of the video. Let's do something. What I want to do is, I did use some of the same colours in the background. Let's keep the same pattern going in the same sort of colours. I don't know why, but that just sounded like a good idea. I'm going to do these lighter colour ones. So I just want some of these patterns to be quite subtle, but I just want to draw over the top. So just doing some circles with just a lighter blue. So all these pieces, you would have seen me put them from magazines. I could have used pattern paper, which I might do next time. And probably these pens, because I've got nowhere to put my cap. Doesn't matter if your circles are all wonky. Doesn't matter if they get bigger than each other. Just have fun. Not looking for perfection. Just be careful that you don't put, I don't have my heat tool over here, especially when you're using the paint pens, they need a couple of minutes to dry, especially on the shiny magazine. On normal paper they tend to soak in a lot better. I like the idea of this 5 magazine challenge. It's the first bit of artwork I've done for me for quite a while. I must get back into just playing for me. Just Don't get the time lately. Here I am yawning again. It's not a good video. It's not a Melinda video unless it's got a yawn through it. Okay, what am I going to do now? These red bits. What am I going to do in the red bits? Do I want to do a red or do I want to do... Actually, I might bring some white into it. Let's do some diagonal white stripes. So this Pintor pen, paint pen I got from Officeworks, I'm just going very, very light. I'm not pressing very hard on it. So I'm not getting a very opaque white line. I'm just being ever so gentle, not worrying if my lines are wonky, just wanting some sort of pattern. Over the magazine, just to tie it all together. Some I might leave plain. I don't have... Don't tell me my Pintor pens were drying up. I've only had a couple of weeks. Oh, I have so much trouble with paint pens. I think they just hate me. Because this is supposed to be a nice opaque one. I'll just say it come from Officeworks. I don't know, like $4 from Officeworks. I'm trying to track down some really good paint pens. I find that I need a scrap of paper. And trust me, I don't have any. So I'm just using that piece of deli paper I took off my desk. I've just got it sitting under my desk. So yeah, trying to find myself a set of nice paint pens. I find Posca paint pens, especially the white one and some of the lighter colours, aren't as opaque as I want them. You sort of have to do 2 layers to get the opaqueness of them. And then even after 2 layers, they're not quite opaque. This one's supposed to be quite opaque, but I haven't used it in... I think that's my problem. I don't use my paint pens regularly enough. I haven't used this one in a month or so. Let's store it upside down. Let's just sit it up like this and see what happens. Okay, I'm liking this. Let me have a look at it. Up the right way. I feel like Mr. Squiggle with everything upside down. Whoops. Now what? Let's go with, I have no idea. Let's go with the black paint pen again. I'll just do some dash lines in these blue ones. As I said, I probably won't do everyone. I'm debating whether to do some wavy lines in the background, actually do some journaling. I was watching some YouTubers. Even though I haven't been arting, I've been watching YouTube way too much lately. Nothing on television apart from repeats over Christmas. So I've been watching YouTube way too much. I'm getting lots of ideas. Actually, I think we might do some journaling in the background. That will save me doing. And I'm just going to do that with a Uniball Eye Micro from Officeworks. These are the pens that I prefer to do my sort of Zentangle and drawing with. They're not great in mixed media because they do have a fine tip on them. So I'm just going to do some wavy lines and then I'm going to journal in the lines, which will make a good sort of background, but not, so I don't have to put patterns in there. Hope everyone's had a beautiful Christmas. Our Christmas was interesting. Oh, never a dull moment in my household. Okay. So when you're doing journaling like this, you actually extend your letters to fill the top and the bottom. So extend your letters up. So So someday dressing up in a weird, dressing, and to go over here, dressing up some days dressing up in a so you sort of take your letters up and down. I'm not expert on this by no means. Sometimes dressing up in a weird way, and I hope I don't hate this because then I'll have to cut it out and stick it on the next page. Someday dressing up in a weird way is the only way to my handwriting is not the best to begin with, de-stress and make light-hearted and I'm splitting up words, but that's right, hearted look at a very serious oops make sense. Situation. S-I-T-U-A-T-I-O-N. As I said, I'm not very good at this. I have to practice. After is best. You're not going to read this down here because it's all fragmented. Medicine. Oh, excuse me. D-I-C-I-N-E. Didn't that fit perfectly? Glad I didn't add another word in there. Just going to add January up here because I forgot about that bit. And see how that just adds something in the background and it adds sort of texture. You can sort of read it if you concentrate, but it's not full on in your face. Now the question is, do I want to do something else with her or do I want to stop? Stopping is the hard bit. I just want to define her hair from this head bit I put around her hair. Apologise if my head is in the way. And I put her glasses on, so I want to outline her glasses. So any bits that you stuck on your paper doll, you sort of, or your picture, you sort of outline and it makes them stand out a bit more. I love putting glasses, bigger glasses and different noses. I'm doing it with this one. Different noses and mouths on things. It's always fun. Remember back when kindergarten, you just grab stuff and stick it on. Just zipping up that line a bit. This looks a bit funny with the sides of the glasses going in, but sometimes you see that. They were too hard to cut out. Maybe I'd do some black lines and we could take that away. Maybe not. Which I might just outline her mouth because even though I didn't stick it on, come on pen. I find this Delusions pen's great when you get going, but you do have to draw really, really slowly, which is not how I draw. I tend to do it very fast and just drawing slow. Maybe it's better for calming my brain. Maybe I should stick with these pens. I tend to sort of sketch more than draw. Just sort of putting in some defining lines. We might outline the chain on this scarf, and then we might stop, because stopping is hard to do, and knowing when to stop and then that's enough is also a lesson that I still am trying to learn. Just trying to get the right bits of the chain that go over and under each other, just to bring them out on the magazine. This pen does go over Magazine Collage very, very nicely, which is good. Now am I done? Whoops. I think I'm going to call that done, because I think if I do anything else it's going to get a tad busy, unless I do. Not happy with the stripes, unless I turn them into checks or put some, maybe we do some random marks of black. It's just, that's the first thing my eye is drawn to, so I just want to tone down that whiteness a little. The problem is, once I do this, I've got to do it to all of it, maybe I'll just do it to the bottom bit. All of it to sort of balance out. So I'm just going in and sort of doing a bit, skipping it, doing a bit, but doing it quite sketchy. It's sort of checkered, but it's not. Let me do one more line. One more. I keep saying one more line, stop. I don't know. I'm sort of liking it. I'm not regretting doing it, which is good. But I think doing all of it will be a bit tough. So I might just add a few random black bits for continuity on these bits. Let me know if I wrecked it. I don't mind criticism. Everyone to their own taste. That's the great thing about art journaling is I find when I teach, I say the only person that has to like your page is the owner of it. Sometimes I do take things too far and then go, oh crap, I should have stopped. But if I've had fun along the way, if I've taken time out of my day to sit down and play, which I have today, there's plenty of things I should be doing, but hey, I decided to play instead. Well, I do have to test out my desk, don't I? That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So if you've taken that time out of your day to play and you don't like the end product, it's not the end of the world. What have I wasted if I don't like it? 5 magazine pages, which are quite cheap, and some ink and a pen and a page in my journal, which I will learn from next time. So just being quite sketchy with these, just trying to take some of that whiteness out. Because when my eye comes over the page, it was deliberately coming to the bottom here, and now it's sort of not. Actually, I do like that around the edge. Just wonder if I'd bring it a little further up, like here. Oh, it's not a yawn unless it's a Melinda video. I shouldn't be tired. I went to bed early last night. Maybe that's the issue. Don't go to bed, Melinda, early. Because your body doesn't like it. Bring it up to... Have I got it straight now? Yes, except that little bit. I'm just going to colour it. Sure, I think I like that. I'm liking these around the edge. It really tones them down. Now I wanted this to be sort of, yes, a frame, but not in your face. So I want her to stand out more than anything. So I think she is standing out. And I think I am done. I will take some close-up pictures of this and pop them at the end of the video like I always do, because I know it is hard to see around the edge. I'm going to get glare on this, but I'll give you a quick pan. But I am liking the border. It's the first time I've done a border like this, so it was a bit of an experiment. And I've done some paper dolls and stuff before, so I am liking that page. One page done in my journal. As someone saying goes, I think it's Dina Wakely goes, better done than perfect. Better done than perfect or something. But I do like it. I'm debating whether to go all the way up here, but I do like the definition of it with the two little bits on, because that does draw your eye into the page. So you're wanting sort of a focal image on your page to draw your eye in. At the moment it's this white and black, and then it makes you look around the page. Not sure whether I like this, but I'm not sure whether I need to colour in the background. But I haven't worked a lot on craft paper either, so it's a colour in itself. If this was white, I probably would have put colour there, but I do like it. Everyone's their own worst critic, isn't it? Okay, bye for now. I will let you go and have a great day and do all those lovely things on YouTube, like the video if you want to leave me a comment. Even if it's a constructive criticism, I don't mind. We all learn from each other. And I will see you another day. I'm hoping in 2021 to be a bit more regular on this channel, but work comes first, family comes before work, and then my poor little art channel comes last. Bye.